Yeah, everything's recording on all platforms. We're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking into the camera. My microphone is on. I'm watching FaZe in the background.
Dude, I should do that. That's a great idea. Welcome to my podcast. What is it, my third video, fourth? I don't even know.
Wait,
right
redo
now.
that intro. I was talking.
So I'm redoing the intro because the chatter was talking. What's up? Back here. I need to work on an intro. That's what I need to do. So podcast is beginning now. Let's go.
Yeah.
FaZe up.
We're low-key watching this in the background, but...
Low-key, high-key. I heard the new COD is going to be boots on the ground. How true is that?
Yeah, they announced that. I'm super excited about that, finally.
So
I heard something about them.
Sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, I heard that Activision actually said that bringing COD to the airs wasn't the best decision. They finally realized.
Yes. All right. So this podcast, this video, I want to make about just gaining and losing weight or building mass, right? Because it's Jasper and I's first podcast together here on my channel, and it's got to be about FaZe fitness related things, but not FaZe fitness, but just fitness related things, and that's obviously mainly what you guys, the viewers, know us for originally. I feel like obviously, so
probably
that's got to be exactly. This is got to be our main original our first topic, and then we'll go over there. So I want to bring Jasper on. So that he can give you your...
Thanks for having me.
Yes, you're welcome, bro. Thank you for being here so I can another video. And Emma's laughing right now because she thinks something's funny.
Damn.
Massive gains.
Oh my god. Anyways. We gotta have Emma on one of these podcasts too, very, very soon.
Yo, you should, bro. That's so funny.
I know. I'm gonna do it.
Emma's a character.
She's a character. Let's say the least.
For people who don't know, me and Sensei or Isaiah, we're in these Skype calls for every day almost.
I know,
for
seriously.
hours, so we're very used to
First, I want you to kind of tell your story. Let's just do that. You don't have to go into super detail, but in brief, your transformation story, how you started, yada yada yada, and then what the most important things that you changed or you did, and then kind of you know what I mean. You probably told that story so many times, or at least enough, and then then we'll bounce off of that about more specific things. I think that you deal with a lot in terms of talking with the fans, and then myself that I deal with, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, let's do it. So I pretty much, for the people who don't know, my name's Jasper. I started working out when I was 17. I am now 21, turning 22 in May. And I pretty much started working out because I quit playing football or soccer at the time, and I was kind of bored, and I always liked a challenge. But I was, at the same time, I was super skinny. Back then I weighed I don't even know how much is in pounds, but 50 kilos. So that's I was very lightweight. I'm a very small person, a very small frame.
Well, how many kilos? How many kilos are you now?
72. So I'm up 20 kilos, which is 45 pounds. So in those 4 years, I've gained quite a lot.
Oh, wow,
it's obviously not only muscle, but I was a late grower as well. So that comes into play as well. But pretty much, 17 started out. I wasn't really happy with the way I looked. I was very skinny, and I wasn't pretty much of a person. I was just a little sticky. I started out with my friends. They invited me to come to the gym. Started working out with them, and just went for it 4 or 5 days a week from the get-go, and just went from there. And then when I do something, when I really want to do something, I kind of stick to it 100%. So kind of made it my thing, and then now we're here basically. So that's pretty much easy way.
So you were already pretty much a motivated person, and then that motivation, what I mean. You're pretty active. You already played soccer. So
I was super into sports. I was always a sporty kid. While playing video games as well. That's quite funny.
Yeah, so
my mom actually.
Fit. You were already in shape, and you were healthy.
Physically, I was fit. Yeah. I was always outside playing football or doing any other sport I could do, and then in the evenings I would play video games. So a lot of fun. But that's pretty much the story. And now we're here basically after 4.5 years.
I know what, dude, mind blowing. Great story. But I think that one of the things is that I feel the majority of people who have trouble are the people who aren't usually active, right? Where it's complete change.
Yeah.
They don't have.
Yeah.
They're not playing soccer, or they don't do anything, and they have to at least do something in their life that's active. You know what I mean?
Because it's obviously it's habits. So when you're used to playing sports for like 2 hours a day or something, then the change to an hour and a half in the gym is like a way smaller change than just, having to go to the gym and then all of a sudden having to work out for an hour a day,
Right. It's totally
it's much a bigger change.
Let me ask you, did you, when you first started like lifting and stuff, was it like a chore, or did you like immediately love it? Like what was that first like 2-3 weeks? What was it like?
I loved it so much. So my friends already, when I went with my friends, they already had like 2 years of experience. Okay. So that was also very nice to have, because obviously they knew what they were doing a little bit more than me, obviously a lot more. So, but as you said, I'm always a very motivated person. So same thing goes with like football. I loved practicing because I could see myself get better.
Right.
Same thing goes with lifting and doing that. I could just see myself grow every week.
How long did it take, like in the beginning, until like, did you hit a wall in the beginning? Like how fast did you see results, or did you like feel that you're gonna have results and kind of felt it, or did it take like?
Yeah, well, with my frame, obviously, so very skinny and very shredded, as you could say. I was a very low body fat naturally. You could see the progress pretty soon, since I was training pretty good and consistently, and I was eating quite well. So it was quite fast for me, but I would say like significant changes, or like other people noticing the changes, was like 3 to 4 months maybe, and then obviously it were small changes. But
exactly, but look at that, 3 to 4 months. I think for someone like you, it's like I don't know, like people listening, they could be in the same position or similar position that you were in, which they're smaller and they want to get bigger, which means like you weren't necessarily like unhealthy and not having energy, because I think like the most important thing is you have to have energy, you know what I mean, to go to the gym. And you, like, energy wasn't a problem, you know what I mean?
No, not at all. No.
So like going to the gym for an hour, working out, like, wasn't a problem. You just wanted to build mass or get bigger. So that's just like that's like a discipline thing, less of a motivation.
For sure,
I think it's more of a discipline. I think the motivation and energy will come. It's for the people that go in reverse, you know what I mean? So like the people that are want to lose weight, or to like, you know what I'm saying, that they're not in shape and they don't have energy and they have to go the other direction. It's got to be even that much harder. You know what I mean? Because you don't have the energy. You're not used to it. If you're not healthy or eating right, you don't have the energy to do that stuff. But I think too, like saying that it took 4 to 5 months. Like most people don't. Like you loved it, obviously. So those 4 or 5 months were just awesome. But like,
a lot of people don't even go for 4 or 5 months. They don't really, Exactly. I see a lot of people, new kids in the gym that I see for like a week or two, very often, or every day even, and then after that it's kind of like they slack off already. So, consistency is key with these things for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because it was like 4 or 5 months of like you were obviously. Just look at that. You were working hard, you were consistent, you were dedicated, and you loved it. And it still takes 4 or 5 months. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like, you have to. It's definitely like the long game. But I feel like one of the things, and you can add to this, I feel like most people, like my advice that I give to people, especially when they're on the opposite spectrum, where they want to lose weight or like get in shape, and they don't have any lifestyle and like no part of their lifestyle is like active, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they're not like working out or doing anything that's energetic. I feel like the gym, like unless they love the gym, that should be something that they do like way later. Like they should find something that they love doing, they enjoy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then get into shape and get healthy. You don't have to be ripped and shredded or jacked. Just get
No.
Exactly.
It's a common misconception to think that being shredded is, you can only be in shape if you're like ripped.
Yeah, or even
you can be physically in shape, looking like I did when I was starting out.
Exactly, and you want to go into the gym. Like you can be in shape without the gym. Like the gym is, I think, is a great addition. But I think unless you like it, obviously, I just feel like most people, if they're not, they go, okay, I want to get in shape, and they get a gym membership.
Yeah. Well, you can do whatever, man. You can go play sports. You can go ride a bike. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do outside of the gym to get in better shape. I mean, it's just habits. I think are the most important things. Just changing the lifestyle, changing habits with food as well. I mean, food is obviously a massive part of the whole getting in shape thing.
Oh yeah, that's so important. Like obviously,
people. I was through the first year. I didn't really pay attention to it, and you don't necessarily need to in the first year too much, like to a certain extent, obviously, because you get those newbie gains and your body's really used to, you know, the workouts that you're doing or whatever. But it comes a massive part after that.
It depends how bad you're eating too. Like the amount of change that you need to make is like obviously proportionate to how bad your eating habits are. Like if they aren't that bad, then it's not going to be that big of a change. But just to like add to that, I feel it's so important. But I feel like people like say, okay, I need to go to the gym and I need to work out. Like that's not the decision you should be making. The decision you should be making with yourself, if you're someone who doesn't really exercise and doesn't really work out, you have to sit down with yourself and say like, okay, I need to take on a new hobby, or like I need to do something in my life and change it the way I think about it, so I can like commit to being an active person, because you were always that way. That's like a part of who you are. Like you're an active person. So now you just wanted this goal of getting bigger and stronger. So the gym was the answer. You know what I mean? Not like I need to change my whole, like my entire life is leading me down the direction of like high cholesterol, blood pressure, and like death, and diabetes, and heart disease. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like going to the gym, like people like who just start working out, like you're not even close to making the change that you need to make, like with yourself. You know what I mean? Like you need to do something else. You know what I mean? If you love playing a sport, take up a sport, or you know, take up running or hiking, or I don't know what it is. Take up something that you enjoy. I was just talking with my mom like 2 months ago. She was like, "Oh, because hey, like, what are some good workouts? Can you help me out with like some workouts? I want to get back in shape. You know what I mean? I've been lazy, work's been busy, and so forth." And I was like, "Mom, I said, why don't go to the gym and don't go buy some like workout thing? You're gonna be miserable. You know what I mean?" That doesn't make any. Take up a hobby.
Well, it depends on the person too, I think.
But she was she had trouble like getting. She had like this like she was doing like the Netflix like, you know, workouts and stuff like that. And she just had trouble getting the motivation to do it. She's like, I need motivation like working out. I was like, well, no. I said everyone needs motivation working out. Get healthy and active first, and then if you want to progress and get to a new level, then do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you don't like what you're doing. Like people love spinning, like the spinning classes, or they love doing like Zumba, or they love going to the gym. They enjoy it. That's why they keep going. They're not crazy people who just like hate what they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, no one's gonna go spinning if they don't like it for a very long time.
Right, but some people try to. But a lot of people try to do that. They go, this is good for you, so they try to do it, and they're like, I hate this. Like you guys got to keep finding something that you. I'm like, Mom, do you like tennis? She's like, yeah, I love tennis. I'm like, why aren't you go on Saturdays? And like
go play tennis.
Yeah, like twice. Start one day and then try to go more days. If you just play tennis like twice a week and for like 2 hours, jeez, like you know what I mean? The amount of
it's a good workout,
right? And if you do that for a couple weeks, then you may have the energy and the motivation to want to add a gym day during the week. You know what I'm saying? Or
because maybe it helps you with your tennis game.
Exactly, maybe you just have more energy now.
I agree. I think that's the best way to go.
Grit their teeth down and just like, I have to do this. Like that's important. But like, it doesn't have to be that way. I feel like most people they feel like
as soon as you're like, I have to go. Do I have to go to the gym today? Or damn, I have to go. I mean, you're already lost when you tell yourself that.
Right, exactly. Like that's why I train. Majority of my training is martial arts, because I love doing martial arts. I don't do it all the time. Like sometimes I don't want to do it, but since I'm so like, but that's what keeps me so active. Like I enjoy going to the gym sometimes when I set a goal, but I'm not a gym type person. But I can eat. But I can be. And I can have the energy to do it to like achieve a goal. But like I tell people like take up martial arts, or take up like I don't know, people like there's a lot of things that people love doing, and they just don't do it. I'm like my mom totally didn't think about tennis, and I was like, what? I was like, I thought you loved playing tennis. She's like, yeah, I could go. I actually heard that they did this, or what about a yoga class, or you know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so many things that you could take up and you could do that you don't have to force yourself to hop in the treadmill. And then do like mountain climbers and like, you know, or do, you know what I mean? Or do whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a big thing. Because that's how you did it. Like the gym for you was obviously
the gym was my tennis.
Right. It was your answer to obviously like a specific goal that you wanted, like to gain muscle mass and get big. But you also loved it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a big part of it. I feel like so many people just go, nah. Like they just give up. They're like, I'm not a gym person.
Yeah.
So they just don't work out. Like what, dude?
Or if people are a gym person but just can't find if they don't enjoy it, it's also hard for people like that. If you're, let's say you really want to lose weight, I get these questions a lot. let's say you really want to lose weight and you know you kind of love the gym, but you just are too lazy to go still.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another big problem. I get that question so many times, and I'm so confused by it.
Like what's the question?
I really want to lose weight,
Okay.
and I actually love to go to the gym, but I'm too lazy to go. I was like, wait, what? What do you mean?
He's too lazy to go. I feel like those people, and I feel like at times that's all of us, but I feel like the people who have that is really an issue with them. I think those are the first world people that I call. Those are first worlders.
Yeah.
I had this problem, and it's just, it's not bad, but it's just a little inconvenient, so I just question it because I don't have to. And I think, with those type of people, I always give them, the straightest answer because I feel like that's what they need. Well, you're just not going to get the results then. No one cares.
Yeah.
That's what my coach does. I'm I remember when I was Coach Ting, I was working on my kicks and stuff, and I was, really winded because, kicking cardio is, crazy. And I, bent over. He's like, why are you leaning over? He's like, nobody cares that you're tired. Nobody cares.
I was like, the way about it.
I was like, damn.
To go about it.
But it's true because I feel like some people always how do I get unlazy? I don't know, dude. Just get over it.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I always tell people. But it's a good way to say nobody cares. It's your thing. If you don't do it, you don't do it.
Exactly.
It's
your
loss.
Results. And I think some people just you just have. That's how you do it. You just swallow it and say, okay, I'm going to do it anyways. If not, you don't have to. You can be fat, dumb, and lazy, or just not get the results you want. That no one is forcing you.
Yeah.
But I feel like I feel like that's the big problem with this generation too, because people grow up their whole life with school and everything. This is what they're being told. This is what you do first, and this is what you do second. And then all of a sudden they grow up and they're like, well, I don't have to do this.
This is different.
If I don't have to do it, they don't do it. So many people are geared not to do things that they don't have to do. I want to go to the gym,
people
but I can't do it because they're too lazy. Why do you only do the things in your life that you have to do? Why aren't you you have the motivation to do that? Right? Where's the motivation to do the things you want to do? They're so complacent. The complacency is crazy.
I agree.
It's a mind blowing.
You wouldn't find that in poorer countries around the world.
Right, because you know why? Because they can't have it.
It's a different mentality, of
course. They have no choice.
Yeah.
That's their have-tos is a much different spectrum than first world people's have-tos. I don't know if when people say that I tried the gym. I was like, listen to yourself. You tried the gym? Do you realize where you live? Shut up. Get over yourself. You tried the gym. So many people would love to try the gym. Your attitude. But I think that's why people are lazy. It's it's not their own fault. It's because they're just stuck in this in a privileged place that they don't realize that they're privileged. So they're questioning
that's
things.
a whole different topic, of course.
They just question things that they don't even realize they shouldn't be questioned.
Yeah.
I don't know what to eat sometimes. Seriously? What are you talking about? Just eat. I'm the most functional eater. I'm just is there food? Whatever I need to eat, I eat it. You know what I mean? If I enjoy it, that's awesome. But that's never some people I just don't like that kind of food. Dude, what? Obviously you should work to finding food that you like. But it should never be a big problem. It could be a you know what I mean? Something you want to make better. But for some people, it's a legit problem for them. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't eat this type of food. I don't know. And it's a legit issue for them. I'm dude, you don't know what issues are. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
No idea what true issues are about. And I feel people just
shout out to every picky eater in the world.
Dude, I know. It's mind blowing. It's because they don't have to. I have options.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
dude, sometimes people would be better with you just throw them in a situation and they grow,
Yeah, that's true.
They're not in a worse situation.
But it's not on the other hand, it's they grow up like that, It's not they choose.
Exactly. They grow. That's the thing. That's why I'm not saying it's your fault, but that's why you need to be told that's the way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not because it's your fault. That's the thing that gets me too. People don't like hearing it because then they feel guilty. They're well, I'm not like that. I didn't know. It wasn't my fault. No, I know it's not your fault, but now this is the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's blaming you for the fact that you're lazy, but the truth is that you're lazy. So.
Yep.
Do you want to move on from it or just keep being lazy? But most people just they go, well, it's too much of a character thing. They just don't want to deal with it. But again, character challenges are a first world problem, man. I need to work on my social abilities, dude. The way people are socially. I'm like, you have time to do that. Like, I'm gonna go socialize. Like, there's people like socialize. Like, it's not. They can't even think about it because they're too busy trying to, like, you know what I mean, take care of like their shelter or figure out what's the next meal they're gonna have. Like, dude, like, you have the luxury to try to socialize.
Think about that.
Like I said,
exactly.
I've heard about that with car problems. I said, people, stop complaining about car problems. At least you have a car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, having a car.
Yeah.
People would love car problems. That's a good problem to have. Like, having.
Well,
like,
that's a very luxury problem. Yeah.
exactly.
Sure.
Like, it's so true. Like, you could always sell it.
So many things nowadays are first world problems. Like, imagine having not having Wi-Fi for a minute.
Oh my god, dude!
Everybody freaks out.
And that's how it is. Like with the younger generations, it's like a new world. Like, the first world is constantly changing. It's constantly raising.
Yeah.
So we're getting more and more disconnected, and to the point where people can't like eat right. Like, how crazy is that when you really think about it? And people have trouble being healthy. Like, the most primal thing of all time. Like, this is what you need to, like, you need to drink water, and like, this is how you need to live. And people are like, I don't know, I can't find the motivation. Dude, like, what is that even like? I would love to send one of us back, like, 200, 300 years and just have a conversation with someone, and they'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, we don't have time for that. Like, there's no time.
We're fighting wars over here. Like, what are you?
Like, we need to go like travel for like an hour or so to like get our food and bring it back and then like prepare it and then make it. You know what I mean? Yep. And then like.
And you just drive up to Chipotle and get a burrito for $5.
I don't know what I want. They don't have the sofritas today. Ugh,
Oh.
No chips today. Oh my god, dude, you're all out of this.
I always have my chips, man. Come on.
Oh my god.
I feel you though. It's like a big. But you don't really think about that. But let's just steer.
So true,
let's steer back to like the losing weight, the gaining weight problem, because we're totally getting off topic.
Yes.
Here. I mean, I know you. We can talk about this you can talk about for hours.
Yeah, no. But I think
talks a lot.
I want you to go on. I want you to take the mic here for a second when it comes to gaining weight or losing weight. The losing weight part and some of the details. But I just wanted to close my point here, that I think that people should have like a less how do I want to put this? They should make it like less of a bigger deal. Like, it should be very like concrete. Like, I just need to do this, and this. I think so many people in order for them to lose weight, or they need to figure out this master plan. Like, okay, if I go to the gym, like, and I'll find this thing that I like doing, and then I gotta find it's so much detail. Instead of just
it takes way too much. It's not that
committing to like the simple things and just committing to like a new lifestyle, and then getting over yourself is like
the small changes are
big thing.
Usually the with the biggest impact.
So true. So true. All right, go ahead. Give some details here. So,
well, losing weight. I had a lot of people. For example, one of them is FaZe JzpR, former FaZe JzpR. He was pretty overweight, and he lost like 60 pounds now.
Wow, 60. Jeez.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
Results.
He even gained back some muscle. Like, he's good now. But I had a lot of talks with him about how everything works, and I asked him what his diet was and how it looked from day to day. Because when it comes to losing weight, I think the diet is the primary focus. You would have to, because usually, as we said before, the people who if you are overweight or like you're very heavy, usually your lifestyle isn't that active. So again, it's very hard to just get someone in the gym for 5 days a week.
Right.
To get to push them to do that. That's almost impossible in most of the cases. So that leaves the diet, and usually the diet isn't really a clean one too. So cleaning up the diet is usually the first thing that I do, and that is with Dine too. For example, every day he went to Subway and ate a sandwich for lunch, and this is a very American thing, I think, because in Europe because in Europe, I mean, I'm gonna speak for myself now, of course, but we either make lunch or make it at home and bring it with us. So like, we don't go out to chains or restaurants for lunch to eat lunch. Like, we just make some at home and eat it at school, whatever. So it's a very different culture.
I feel like there's a balance of that, but that's definitely an American issue.
Yeah, well, you guys go out to eat way more than us. Like, going out to eat for us is like going to a restaurant with your family and eating and taking the time to have a good dinner. But for you guys, it's more like let's go out to Chipotle and get a burrito, or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember actually when I was in New York. I'm not sure if you remember this. So 2 years ago, I was in the FaZe house. It's 2 years ago in April. Yeah. What even?
Wow.
3? No, 2 years. It's 2 years ago in April. So I was at the FaZe house, and everyone was gone except for you and Apex, and I think it was my last night, and Apex said something for like, let's go out to dinner. So I was like, oh damn, and Apex was like, let's go in 10 minutes. I was like, damn, I don't even have clothes on. I was looking sluggish. So I thought we're gonna go out to a restaurant and get good food. But he was like, what are you talking about? We're just gonna go out for Chipotle. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's besides the point. It was so confusing for me. Like going out to dinner for me is like way different than for you guys. But yeah. So with Dine, he was eating Subway every day, like every day. So that was a kind of a thing for me. And I told him, okay, so what do you eat from Subway? And let's clean up that sandwich, because he was so used to it, and it's much easier at the beginning to like I said, these small changes.
Right.
So just to change up his Subway sandwich would make a way bigger, impact on him, and it would be easier for him to do instead of having him cook at home or make a sandwich at home, because he won't do it because he's not used to it.
Exactly.
So we cleaned up that I scrapped a lot of things from his diet, like no sugar, like less sugar obviously, no soda, and stuff like that. And then we just started working in. And I think with losing weight, it's also very important to take little and small steps. So we cleaned up his diet step by step. And after like a month or so, he was already down like 10 pounds, I think. And but his diet was way cleaner. And then he was like, yeah, I want to actually start working out now. I just want to get like a little bit bigger, and I want to lose some fat. So I was like, okay, let's do some cardio. And so then we added another step. So we did some cardio. And then obviously the progress started, going way faster. So for him, it was all about little small changes in his diet. No soda and only drinking water, and then slowly adding cardio and some workouts. So that was for him.
Those small changes are so huge. You just talked about, like step by step, just like.
Well, they're very small, but at the same time very.
Exactly. You're just deleting those little things, those little like the soda here and there, and like changing up the sandwich a little bit.
Bro,
since it's so much a part of his week, it changes everything.
We just got eliminated by Optic.
I know. I just watched it happen.
Oh no! I'm so sad, dude.
I know, dude. That was insane.
We haven't lost them in like 1.5 years, bro. God damn. All right. Well, yeah. Next week I'm going to Paris to ESWC, so hopefully we can get the W there. That's unfortunate, man. That's a tough loss for these guys.
That is a tough loss, but you got to bounce back. Like Sensei's about to do in April from his fight and knock somebody out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to do. Dude, but how much has Diane lost now? What's his total progress in gains?
I don't know right now, because he gained some muscle back, which is obviously countering the weight loss. But I would say it's probably like 50 pounds at least.
That's amazing though, man. That's amazing.
He was big, man.
50 pounds. But that's so key. So if you're listening to us right now, there's definitely, and you want to make some changes now, don't start big. Like don't start big.
No.
Make the like little like concrete changes. Like it wasn't just a little thing. It wasn't like I'm just gonna not do this today. It was like, okay, you get a sandwich consistently. Whatever you have that's consistent. You know what I mean? A meal that you consistently have. Well, I always have this with dinner. Or I always have this, or I usually, if you can just adjust that one thing a little bit, you know what I mean? It'll make drastic changes. And like the soda with just water, like let's just focus on water. Okay, I could do that. You know what I mean? Or at least like have water 5 or 6 days of the week and not have soda, only twice or whatever. You know what I mean? So just like making that changes. But look at that, 50, 60 pounds. That's a game. That's amazing. A life changer. That changes your entire life.
Yeah, exactly. And he will, because if you make the small changes over a longer period of time, it's immediately going to go into a lifestyle change, because you're getting used to those changes.
My God, dude, 50, 60 pounds is off your body.
Yeah, bro.
What?
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That was half my weight.
Dude, I can't imagine.
Out.
Like, dude, I would be flying. I'd just be floating in the air all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. It's just your energy level, your muscles, like everything. Your immune system works better. Everything recovers faster. Your muscles aren't as tired. You don't fatigue as much. Your cardiovascular improves. You know, your brain
A lot of
function,
big
your brain
changes.
is better because it doesn't have to work so hard to maintain your heart. Everything gets better. Like everything, things you don't even know. It's not just like, oh, you look better. Like your entire life, like
Gets better. Yeah.
it completely changes. It completely changes. That's awesome. I think that was very specific. I think we hit on that key very, 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 very nicely. Very nicely, sir.
Yep.
Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you.
I think this podcast was awesome. We're at 34 minutes here, so we're gonna wrap up this one because we could go on.
This was good. This went by very fast. I'm
Very
just a little
fast.
bit upset about FaZe losing to Optic.
I know.
now,
I'm a
but
little disappointed in that as well.
Yeah. Well, next week is gonna be ours.
Yes, I'm gonna bring on. I'm gonna do another weight loss one like this with Rain.
Awesome.
When
great.
I go to LA, to go to.
For him, it was the same thing. Just
know.
getting something you love to do and
Yep,
do a
and
lot.
that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching coming to this episode and listening and watching. I meant, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was good for you. I hope it changed your life. Even if it's again, this channel, I really don't care about the views. I'm gonna put out content if there's 10 viewers. Like this content, I'm gonna put out. I do not care. Obviously, I want it to grow. I want it to get bigger. So I want to make a bigger impact. But to me, this is purely like I want to make a change. So I know like if no matter how many people watch it, it's not just going to entertain you. You're just going to walk away. You're going to take something from it, and that's really important to me. So I really appreciate every single one of you who are watching and listening, and I really hope it can help. So, Oos, we out.
Yeah, Oos.
Time to play chess. I was kidding. You have to go.
I have to go, actually, yeah.
All right. So hit me up later, though, if you're still awake.